And so find a seat that's comfortable, settle the sitting bones into the floor. And sit up a little taller. And rub your hands together, placing them down on the thighs. Okay. You can close your eyes or turn them down softly and take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Do that twice more. Breathe in. Open your mouth, let it go. One more round. Breathe in. Pause at the top. Sip in a little bit more air. Open your mouth, let it go. And take a moment to scan your body from head to sitting bones and just notice how you feel. Tuning into any sensations in the bones and the muscles and the tendons. And then check out your breath. Notice the current state of your inhale and exhale. Notice where the breath flows and where it doesn't. And check out your thoughts. Notice what's rolling or scrolling through your mind in this moment. And then come back to breath. And if you would like, you can place a hand on your heart and your belly to feel this physicalness of the breath. Today's practice is inspired by a story. And the story is from a long time ago, but maybe also from now. And there's a person named Vishnu who watches carefully, watches over the earth to see when we need a course correction. And anytime Vishnu sees civil unrest, general unhappiness, or a unique opportunity for the human race to advance, he will show up on the earth to help us out. And at one point, maybe many, many years ago, or maybe now, he looked at the earth and saw that there was an opportunity to bring more cohesion into the lives of people who were interested in yoga. So about 2,000 years ago, there were many factions among those who practice yoga. And Vishnu noticed this separateness, and he thought it'd be a good idea to find a way to bring everyone together. So he decided to send his liaison, his snake friend, down to the earth with the idea of bringing the factions together. So take a moment and bring your right and your left hand to touch. Palms in the center of your chest, and lift your heart to your thumb knuckle. Turn your eyes down softly and feel the right and left sides of the body coming together. Take a breath in and a breath out. We'll take one Om. Inhale. We'll let this practice of yoga be a coming together of right and left, of sun and moon, of seemingly opposite forces. And slowly make your way into a tabletop. Take whatever movements or shapes you need along the way. And then once here, start to flow. It can look formally like cat and cow. It can look informally like whatever you need it to. Find movements and shapes here. Continuing to breathe and notice how you feel. Take a few more rounds of breath. Create balance and symmetry in this moment and this shape. When ready, make your way into downward facing dog. And continue to move, breathe, and feel here. And take a moment, pause in your down dog. Soften your kneecaps, lift your sitting bones a little higher to the sky. Forward fold. This can be done in the front, center, back of the mat. Take your feet a little wider apart, hips distance, mats distance. Ragdoll your arms. Be fluid in the kneecaps and the back of the head and neck as you sway your torso. Release your bind. Heel toe your feet a little closer to touch. Halfway lift, slide the hands up the thighs, keep length in the spine. Forward fold. Tadasana, rise to standing, grow up long and tall. And then bring these two sides of the hands together to the heart. Lift your heart to the thumb knuckle. Shimmy the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. And if you haven't already, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, stretch down from the toes, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana. Keep going, a few more rounds on your own. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana. Two more. One more round. Hands to prayer. Nice. Adding on Tadasana. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Pause for a moment here. Spread the fingers wide. Press the heels towards the back of the room. And as these gods decided to send down their snake liaison, there was a lovely woman who lived on the earth who had been praying for a child. And on one particular day, she came outside and she knelt down and she opened up her hands. Breathe in, breathe out, lower to the floor. Come into a Cobra Pose and take a moment to feel into this shape, feel into the snake-like. Lift up the heart. Downward facing dog. Right foot, 3-point. Take some movements here, roll it around. 3-point. Warrior 1. And for today's version, bring your hands to touch like prayer and extend the elbows up next to the ears. So just as this woman in our story, we're reaching our hands open towards the sky. And we're not smushing them together. We've got them open, ready to receive. One more inhale. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg, 3-point. Move it around, feel it out. Warrior 1. Again, hands extend from the heart straight up towards the sky. Palms are touching but spacious. Inhale. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And we'll flow a little faster, 1 breath per movement. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, empty out, come forward, step or hop. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, feel free to touch your hands over your head, looking up. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands through center to the floor. Halfway lift, high to low plank, step or float. Cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. Warrior 1. Ride your inhale to the top. Exhale, sink your hips low. Inhale, stay a little longer, lift your heart, lean back. High to low plank. Cobra or up dog. Nice. Downward facing dog. Left leg, warrior 1. Send the hands straight up towards the sky. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Inhale, lift the heart, lean back. High to low plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. 1 more round. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, empty out, come forward. Halfway lift, nice. Fold. Tadasana, stretch up, reach up, lean back. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior 1. We've got a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, reach up, lean back. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior 1. Lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale, extend up, lean back. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, empty out. Come forward. Lift halfway. Fold. Tadasana. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And give yourself some space between the feet. Walk them a little wider apart. Hands up. Good, now stay in this chair pose or bring your hands to heart center. Anjali mudra. Lift your heart a little higher to the sky, and as you drop your hips, extend your arms straight up. Palms remain together. Keep looking up. And this woman in our story, she spent many, many days asking, hoping, praying for this baby, for this gift. Inhale. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Side angle. Go ahead and drop your hips low. Extend your left elbow over your ear. As you inhale, stretch really long to the left side. Exhale, bend the elbow, open the heart up towards the sky. Nice. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last round, breathe in. Breathe out. Stay here, drop your hips, turn your heart up. Breathe. Straight-legged peaceful warrior. Triangle. So if you're right hip back, right hand forward, see if you can use your right shin as your prop. Draw a line with your left hand up the right hand across the heart, up towards the sky. Good, and then open up and lean back. Gaze up towards the sky. Open, ready to receive. Remembering that it was only great strife, great separation that caused activation, that caused action. Good, now take your left elbow over your ear towards the front of the room. Peel your belly and heart up towards the sky. And then it feels a little uncomfortable at first. Straight-legged peaceful warrior. Downward facing dog. Stepper flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg, 3-point. Warrior 1. Switch sides so I can see. Warrior 2. Settle the hips down into the floor. Nice. Peaceful warrior, reach back. Breathe into the left shoulder blade. Side angle. Extend the right elbow over the ear. Press the right pinky toe into the floor. Find the flow. Inhale, stretch longer. Exhale, bend the elbow. Peel open the heart. 2 more. Inhale, gaze can look down at the big toe. Exhale, open. Last round. Pause here. Hips low, heart high, lean back. Straight-legged peaceful warrior. Strengthen the back leg as you lean and stretch through the left side. Triangle. Start by drawing the left hip back, right hip back. Slide the left hand down. Broaden across the chest, lean back. Nice. Stretch your front elbow, right elbow over your ear. Lean and turn the belly up. Straight-legged peaceful warrior. Downward facing dog. Stepper flow. Right foot, 3-point. Bend your knees, stack your hips. You can stay here or come into flip dog. Bending up, pressing through the feet. Lift the hip points, lift the heart. 3-point. Warrior 2. Drop the hips down into the floor. Good, and create little, let's do fists today. So bring the hands inside, the thumbs inside the hands, and the fingers wrap around the thumbs. Bend the left elbow, pull the fist in towards the shoulder. And then look forward over the right hand as you shift your weight back into archer. Right toes are flexed, left knee is bent. And gaze ahead. And there's something that you're seeking. Maybe you're not like the woman in their story, but there is something that you've been wanting, trying to create for a long time, and it's there. Sink your hips a little lower. Gaze a little more fiercely. Skandasana, deep side bending lunge. Drop your hands all the way down to the floor. The hips can stay lifted or come down a little further. Then we're going to keep turning and come into a twist facing the back of the mat. Revolve side angle. Right hand to the floor. Left arm lifts. Good. Now keep the feet as they are. Press through the feet. Lift up and come into a revolved peaceful warrior. Your right hand reaches up next to the right ear. Left hand reaches back for the right leg. Heart lifts up towards the sky. Good. And coming back down into the twist. Right hand to the floor. Left arm to the sky. Swinging it back around. Skandasana. Bend the left knee. Peel up the right toes. Warrior 2. Bend into the front knee. Nice. Downward facing dog. Stepper flow. Breathe in. Softly sigh it out. Left leg, 3 points. Warrior 2. Step it forward. Nice. Bend a little deeper into the knees. Move into archer. Bend the right knee, right elbow. Wrap the fingertips around the thumbs. Pull back. Gaze over the left hand. We're still seeking. We're still asking. We're still right here in this. There's separateness, but we're still choosing to love. Skandasana, hands to the floor. Drop the hips all the way down to the floor. Come into the twist. Face the back of the mat. Revolve side angle. Turn towards the right leg. Strengthen through the feet. Rise up. Still in a twist. Revolved peaceful warrior. Extend the left elbow next to the ear. Right hand reaches back for the left leg. Open across the chest. Taking it in reverse. Revolve side angle. Drop the left hand to the floor. Skandasana, bend the right knee, peel open the left toes. Warrior 2, bend into the left knee, open the arms wide. Gorgeous. Downward facing dog. Step or flow. And take a little pause, come down to the knees and take child's pose. But in this version, turn the palms up towards the sky. You can bring the knees a little wider, breathe a little deeper. And one day, as this woman was down on her knees with her hands upturned, Vishnu decided to let the grace of his grand serpent fall into the sweet woman. And into her praying hands fell baby Patanjali. And this was no ordinary baby boy because he had the upper torso of a normal human, but his lower half was a snake tail. He didn't have time to make a complete transformation, but he is here. But who is this woman to question a gift from above? So she loved him and raised him as his own. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Downward facing dog. Turn the palms down. Remembering that sometimes we don't always get what we want. We always get what we need. Right leg to the sky. 3 point. Stork pose. Plant the right foot with purpose. Lift the left kneecap straight up to the sky. Hands can come to prayer or extend over the ears. Flex through both feet. Lift up. Grow longer, taller. Good, and then swing it back into airplane. Hands to prayer or back like airplane wings. Catch a little up dog in the heart. Stork pose. Lift back up to standing. And this time we'll take it through airplane, but all the way back into crescent. Good. Hands come to prayer. Create that openness across the chest, in between the palms. Prayer twist. And you may want to push the hands a little more together for stability, and that's okay. Keep drawing the right hip back, turning the heart towards the palms. Breathe. Crescent lunge. Press through the front leg, stand up tall. Intense leg stretch. You can have your left foot up and out. This is where I'm going to use my lovely board game to bring the floor a little closer to me. You can use what you've got. And draw the right hip back, send the heart forward. Fold a little deeper, drop your nose towards your shin. And prepare to twist. Draw your right hip back, send your heart and head forward. Revolve triangle. Best effort is in the left heel down. Turn the heart to the sky. Nice. Untwist, fold forward over your right shin. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Let it go. Left leg, 3-point. Stork pose. Plant your foot with purpose and draw the right knee straight up towards the sky. Hands to the heart or extended over the head. Airplane. Stork pose. Crescent lunge. Move through airplane. Keep the lift in the heart. Hands draw into the center. Heart lifts to the thumb knuckles. Twist left. And you can keep the hands open or press them a little closer together, but try not to squish and smush them too much. Untwist crescent. Intense leg stretch. Parsvottanasana. Give your hips space by placing your feet on railroad tracks. Bring the floor closer to you. Revolve Triangle. Start by pulling the left hip back, sending the head forward. Squeeze belly to spine, twist deeper. Drive the right heel into the floor. Forward fold. Downward facing dog. And take a moment, breathe in this shape. Breathe into the belly, let it rise into the chest, let it rise into the throat. Good, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, drop them both down to the floor. Do that again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower them back down. One more, inhale, lift. Keep the heels lifted. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the belly towards the thighs, and hop forward, Malasana Yogi Squat. Give yourself a high five, drawing right and left together, and press the knees away, Yogi Squat. And again, palms are light, heart lifts to the thumb knuckles, and pause for a moment, breathe. Maybe you remember a time where there was something you desperately wanted, hoped for, wrote in your journal, prayed for, and maybe you didn't quite get it. And then a year later, 2 years later, you're like, oh, got it. So keep that in your awareness, drawing together the two separate sides, knowing that the path may not always look as we intend. But we can stay with it, connecting, deciding, choosing again and again to be uncomfortable, to stay with it. Three more breaths. Stay here. Downward facing dog. Make your way however you choose. Take some breaths, some moments. Downward facing dog. Right leg, 3-point. Dragon's lunge. You can give yourself more space by placing your left foot or your right foot on the outer edge of the mat, dropping on down to the forearms. I'm gonna use my board game and my towel. And then soften the hands. Wiggle the chin and relax the jaw. And in this particular story, this gift, this answered prayer, grew up to be one of the great masters of yoga. And he did help the world by uniting all the different ideas
and put them into one big work called the Yoga Sutras. Half pigeon. If you prefer a deer pose where you bend to both knees, I'm going to definitely take that version today. And then consider turning your palms up. And know that anytime we take our hands in this manner, it's a gesture, a symbol. And it symbolizes this unwavering belief that whatever one is praying for will soon arrive. It's a strong feeling of faith. And with this faith, we can make great leaps and receive great blessings and do great work. Take 3 more breaths here, softening, surrendering. And move slow. And take your time. And swish your hips or knee from side to side. And finding Dragon's Lunge on the left. Use whatever support you need. And maybe you go ahead and turn the palms up here, coming back into this symbol, this gesture of faith, of trust, of not giving up. Half pigeon deer pose. Turn the palms up. Let gravity be the only force. You surrender into this shape. Three more breaths. Soften. Slowly sit up. And take your time. Move your body as needed. Take a symmetrical forward fold. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Maybe you extend them long. I'll extend mine long, but keep my kneecaps soft. Lift up, lengthen, and then fold forward, melting the heart and belly down. Soften the back of your heart, back of your spine and neck. Sit up. Slowly lie all the way down on your back, and you can pull your knees into your chest. And draw little circles, one direction and the other. Happy baby. And if the outer blades of the feet aren't accessible, try the ankles or knees. Softly rock side to side.
Hug your knees through center, drop them all the way to your left. Open up and extend to the right. And if you want to just slide your hips more right, you can. Make your right shoulder blade heavy and press it down into the floor. Untwist. Resettle the hips. And twist in the opposite direction. Drop your knees right. Heavy left shoulder blade to the ground and look left. Untwist. Either take happy baby again or another inversion, hips on a block, shoulder stand if it's in your practice, or even feet up a wall pose. Remembering life will turn us in all directions, or you can still have faith. You can still stay the course. Shoulder stand, make time for plow. Touch the toes to the floor. And slowly roll out, one vertebrae at a time. And come into fish pose. Forearms to the floor, palms down. And I like to point my toes and then lift up my heart. If there's anything heavy standing in your way, breathe it out now. You deserve all the goodness. Lower down to the floor. If there's any other shapes you need to feel complete in your practice, take those now. And roll your wrists and ankles around, spreading the feet out a little further. And take a big breath in. Big breath out. 2 more. Breathe in. Let it go. Last round. Sip in more air. Breathe out completely. Shavasana. Rest.
And remain still, eyes closed. Notice your breath. Notice right nostril versus left nostril. And if the breath is easier or less constricted on one side. For just a moment, only breathe through the side that feels less open. You don't have to block it. It can be a feeling, an energetic. Creating more space in the side that feels blocked. And then bring your breath back evenly through both nostrils. Simple shift. And while the goal of our yoga practice is to dissolve the separateness and to create balance, it is not a permission slip to bypass anything that is happening in the world or that we are feeling. Allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingertips and toe tips. Rotate your wrists and ankles, arms and legs. In your own way and time, come to a seat. And bring the right and left side, the sun and moon, to touch. Lift the heart to meet your thumb knuckles. Anytime we take this shape, it's a reminder to keep going. And this guy Patanjali from our story, he in the Yoga Sutras writes of a system or rules that we should live by. And the number one rule is non-harm, non-violence, ahimsa. And it really supersedes every other rule, so that everything we do, we show up with an intention of not harming. And this golden rule is one to live our lives by. Always checking in, am I causing harm? And then taking the steps to undo, to fix, to rectify, to apologize, and to do better. Lift your heart a little higher. And allow your yoga practice to stand for something. Let's take one breath in. Breath out. Inhale for Om. And both the light and the dark in me see and honor the light and the dark in you. Namaste.